Okay, can we talk about this for a minute? This particular scripture is the scripture that put, oh, like you say, the fear of God in me from the early days. And fear of God in the sense of it's pushed me into purpose. Pushed me into purpose. So those who are here today watching, my name is Jacqueline. I wear the hat of the Kingdom Wealth Architect, and my mandate is to help propel people into their purpose using biblical principles for business. So I just got back from the gym, and I just thought, I need to do this. It's been a little while since I've done these Bible to Business series. I had a friend saying, you need to bring those back, you need to keep doing those. So here it is. This particular scripture is one, this kind of parable is one that really spoke wonders to me. I'm going to read it right now. And it reads this. So the parable of the talents. Matthew 25, verse 14 to 30. It's a long one, but it's an important one. So listen to it. I'm going to go through it as quickly as I can. So it says, for it will be like a man going on a journey. This is the English Standard Version, by the way. Going on a journey, he called his servants and entrusted to them his property. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. He who had received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them, and he made 5 talents more. So also he who had the 2 talents made 2 talents more. But he who had received the 1 talent went and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. Now, after a long time, the master of those servants came back and settled with them. And he who had received the 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, Master, you delivered to me 5 talents. Here I have made 5 talents more. His master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little. I will set you over much more. That's good. Enter into the joy of your master. And he also who had the 2 talents came forward, saying, Master, you delivered to me 2 talents. Here I have made 2 talents more. His master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. He also who had received the 1 talent came forward, saying, Master, I knew you had to be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow, and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went and hid your talent in the ground. Here you have what is yours. But his master answered him, you wicked and slothful servant, you know that I reap where I have not sown, and gather where I have scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money with the bankers, and at my coming I should have received what was my own with interest. So take the talent. So he took the talent from him, and he gave it to him who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away, and cast the worthless servant into the outer darkness. In that place where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I mean, it's kind of deep. It's kind of deep, right? I mean, just what happened to him. Like, really, God? Really, really? Jesus? Like, really? That's kind of deep. But there's a lot in this. First of all, we can talk about the master. So, in relation to, it could be even in relation to your job. You might have a particular boss or somebody like that who isn't the best. They don't, what it says, he reaps where he did not sow. Means a bit of a thief. He takes from where which is not his, and he gathers where he scattered no seed. So he's getting money from places he didn't invest in, getting money from places that he didn't sow. He's getting rewards from that. In some ways, you can even say it's like a bit like doing. You can even say it's a bit like doing stocks. You're getting your reaping from that, but you didn't actually create the business of the stocks. But I don't know, it's a whole debatable thing. But he was somebody who didn't really do that. So he's not really like God, because God did. But this is just an example of somebody who's not even really a sower. They're not somebody who puts in the ground, yet they're a bit of a thief in some ways. But even with that, even if you have a master or a manager who is not the best, at least if they're giving you something to work with, whoever you get it from, multiply that. Remember, we go back to the first mention of seed and everything, and God told man at the beginning in the book of Genesis, said to Adam and Eve, or said to Adam, be fruitful and multiply. It's one of the first kind of commandments, be fruitful and multiply. For this servant to be given a talent and then to just give it back because, oh, the master wasn't a good guy, it's a bit like you have no right to judge that master. And even if he is bad, he's bad. But you just do with what he's given you and give back to him. At least multiply and give him back what he had. But he didn't even do that. He just buried it. So that was taken away from him. But I also ask God sometimes, like, why was one given 5? Why was one given 2? Why was one given 1? And for me, it's not about the amount they were given, because sometimes you given a talent or a gift or something according to the measure of your faith. So it can also be around the fact that the one who had the 5, he had a greater faith to be able to do more of the 5. The one who had the 2 had a great faith to do more of the 2. The one who had the 1 the same. So it could be about the measure of their faith. But most importantly, it's the fact that the other 2 multiplied. They went and multiplied what they had. So regardless of the little that you have, go and multiply. Don't look at what I have. Don't look at what the next person has. Oh, but then they've got a better talent. They can sing better than me. That's why Beyonce is bigger, because she said, no, you just go multiply what you have. Beyonce is not even the best singer, but she multiplied what she had and she put in. You have that same ability. I have the same ability. So now with your business, now with your calling, now with your assignment, you have to, with your gifting, you have an assignment to go and multiply that thing. It's just not about holding back. That's not godly. This is showing what is expected of us. Whatever gift you have, whatever talent, whatever finances you have, don't just put it and hide it. Go forth and multiply. Go forth and be fruitful with that. Subdue the earth. Have dominion. That was the original thing. So find out what it is. And that's what I'm here to help you to do. Is to work out what is your talent, what is your calling, what is your gift, and look at ways of building that into some kind of vision, some kind of purpose. So I want to encourage you today. I did a 7-day challenge on LinkedIn, and my 7-day challenge is called the Genesis Code. And within that, we work through the 7 days of the creation of the earth, that God took each day, and each day said, let there be light, let there be the separation between the light of the day, light of the waters in the earth and waters in the sky. And he did all of this. Each day there was something different. So we use those as a foundation for building your business, your calling, your purpose. And I want to encourage you, you can go over and read those. They're on YouTube as well, or LinkedIn. Go and check it out. And if you want to get the link, send me a DM and I'll send you the exact link. And you will be able to build that right foundation, and then take that gift, that talent that you have, multiply it. So when the master comes back, because the Lord is going to come back, I said, what did you do with what I gave you? You'll be able to say, Lord, I had a seed and I planted it, and now I'm able to grow a tree full of oranges, of satsumas, of clementines, whatever one these are supposed to be. Even in that, where is the seed? Shouldn't really be eating fruit, seedless fruit, should we? Oh, that's a whole nother discussion. Anyway, make sure you use what God's given you, multiply it, and be fruitful. That's the message for today. Follow for more.